Hey, thank you for joining us day two. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, be greatly appreciated. But hey, let's dive into our devotional, then we'll do our workout. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's devotional on the process is greater than the product, and we looked at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27, or 29, one of the two. Anyway, so let's have a word of prayer and we'll dive into today's devotional. Two types of pain. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, we praise you and thank you for your grace, your mercy, your love, Father. I ask, Father, Lord, that you will guide today. Help us to have a productive day. Help us to have a day which is honoring and pleasing to you, Father, Lord. Give us safety, Father, Lord. Help us to be focused, Father, Lord, on the tasks that we have to accomplish, and that we will work hard for you, and that we will seek to honor and glorify you. Father, Lord, I ask that you will be with those that are struggling today, whether it be in their walk with you, whether that be with health concerns, whether it be with whatever it is in their life, Father, Lord. I ask that, Father, Lord, you come alongside them, that you would encourage them, that you bring people in their life who will encourage them, Father, Lord, and that you would help us to be a people who are willing to change for the good. I pray and ask this in the name of Son Jesus Christ by your Spirit. Amen. All right. Hey, we're looking at Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. Chapter 12, verse 11. And it says this: no discipline is enjoyable while it is happening. It is painful. Wow. Think about that for a second. No discipline is enjoyable while it is happening. It's painful. You know, that can be true of whether it is self-discipline, getting a speeding ticket from a police officer, or being disciplined by a parent or a coach. It can be painful. But afterward, there will be a peaceable harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way. So we can be trained by discipline in right living. So let's go ahead and continue here. So when I think about pain, I think about this. One of the things that is so true about me is that I tend to procrastinate. I procrastinated on starting this Devo challenge. I mean, I pushed it off, and I'm finally doing it. 2 days in a row. Wow. And we're getting after it. Sometimes tasks seem overwhelming and we procrastinate them, whether it be homework, whether it be a task at work or a task at home. Look at this garage space that I have here. This is a one-car garage that used to be a storage area, and I procrastinated about taking care of it. And it was just a dumping station, a collect-all, literally an embarrassment. And my wife would tell you, she hated it when people came into the house through the garage. She hated it. Now she actually prefers it. I think she does anyway. And it's an easy space to keep clean. But you know what? Initially, it was very overwhelming. All I needed to do to accomplish this task was to spend 10, 30 minutes a day just working on it over a period of 8 months. Sometimes it wasn't a daily thing. Sometimes because of the schedule, it was a weekend thing. And I'd spend 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. And little by little, we were able to renovate this space. And it has been just an amazing process for us where we became disciplined in getting this area cleaned out. It was very freeing, this type of change, because we were getting rid of junk in our life that we were just hanging on to for no reason. And so we were selling it and repurposing it. It was pretty cool. But when you do that over time, you might be surprised how much you can accomplish with 10 minutes extra, 30 minutes extra. Because that 10 minutes I found turned into 30 really easy. And that 30 minutes turned into 60. And sometimes that 60 minutes turned into 2 hours working on this project. But again, there's two types of pain. There's the pain of change, and there's the pain of remaining the same. this space could have remained the same. It could still be that collect-all space where just stuff was piled in here. You couldn't access it. You couldn't use the space. It was literally a part of our home that was useless. And so we went through the pain of changing this space, and so that it became useful. You know what? And you can do that in your life. There's areas in our life that are dumping stations. And we can go through the process of changing and feel good about it and be liberated by that change. But there is a pain. There is a cost to change. And that's something that you got to navigate. But you know what? It's well worth it. We literally, this space, yesterday, my son McCoy was in here. He brought a little TV in here. He was watching Paw Patrol. And I was in here working on stuff, sitting in the space doing some office stuff. And I looked up, and he had a pile of popcorn all over the floor. And I said, McCoy, let's go get a broom. You know what? When you have a place that's organized and ready, what happens? You want to take care of it. And so that the pain of change caused me to want to take care of this space. And so what we do? He went and got a broom. We swept it up. We went and got the vacuum. We vacuumed up the rest of it. And then we got the mop, and we mopped up the oils that were left on the mat from the popcorn. And you know what? And he was involved in that process. And then last night we had a snack out here before bedtime. And I looked over at McCoy, and he had stacked up the couple of bowls that we had for ice cream, and he carried them into the house. He did that on his own, where he was picking up the space. I was pretty excited about that. And you know what? No discipline is enjoyable while it is happening. It's painful. But afterwards, there is a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained by it. You know what? Just like this space, there are areas in our life that could change. And if we change those areas, it would be hard. It would be difficult. But you know what? The reward of making those changes in those spaces are very freeing and liberating. So, you know what? No discipline is enjoyable, but it is worth it. So here's a question. What type of pain do you want to live with? Do you want to live with the pain of remaining the same? Or do you want to live with the pain of change? The choice is yours. And for further study, go ahead and read through Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 through 11, and give it some further thought. All right? We're going to transition to the workout now. All right, so hey, I just want to give you one tip. I talked about medicine balls yesterday. This is one of my first ones that I bought. It's a 15-pound medicine ball. It is a sand medicine ball. One of the things I like it is that it doesn't bounce. You throw it down, it stays where it lands, and then you have to squat down to pick it up again. A lot of times when you have one that's filled with air, they'll bounce. And the bouncing is good, but sometimes if you're not paying attention, when you slam the ball down, you're looking down, it'll come up and smack you in the face. So you gotta be careful with that. The other style of medicine ball, it's one of my newer ones. This is a 6-pound medicine ball. It's a little bit bigger. It's a composite leather, and this one's really good for tossing with somebody. So for a team workout, husband and wife, or a couple friends working out together, you can throw this at each other. Ready, Lisa? You're gonna catch it. Here it comes. I throw it at her. She throws it back. Man, she did that with anger in her eyes. Man, she's angry this morning. Nah, she's not. She's laughing. So anyway, hey, remember the two types of pain. Two types of pain. The pain of remaining the same or the pain of change. Which will you choose to live with? And so you have a choice. You're going to choose to live with one of those. It's up to you. So remember our daily process. The daily process is all about living with change. And so when we're growing and we're constantly improving and seek becoming the best version of ourselves that we can. And so we have 20-minute daily Bible study, 20 minutes in prayer, 8 hours of sleep, half your body weight in ounces of water plus. So I threw up 150 to 200 ounces. That's where I'm shooting to hit for my ounces of water. And so for you, you have to figure that out. Well, half your body weight ounces of water plus, 10 to 20% more than that. So then calories, women, 1,400 to 1,600 calories. You're doing activity, you're working out, and then you continue to do activity throughout the day. You hit those benchmarks, you're going to see some results. And men, 1,600 to 1,800 calories a day. If you're wanting to lose weight, boom. If you're wanting to put on lean muscle mass, then eat protein and focus on keeping the carbs down a little bit and get yourself shredded and build some muscle mass on there as well. And then 30 minutes of workout, 30-minute workout, daily workout, 30 minutes. It could be this workout right here we're about to do, or it could be another workout as simply as you're going for an aggressive walk. You're looking to walk 2.5 miles in 30 minutes. That's an aggressive walk. That's a pretty fast walk, actually. So if you're hitting a 15-minute mile on a walk, you're going to get 2 miles in. You gotta boom, you gotta be almost running to get that to 2.5 miles, 3 miles. So start where you are and seek to bring down that pace or that time so that you're hitting that closer to that 2 miles in 30 minutes. And then you'll really begin to feel that benefit in your cardiovascular wise, and you'll feel that burn a little bit, and oh man, it's a good burn. So anyway, here we go. We're going to do a 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down at the end. Really stress this warm up. Really get in there. I'm going to ride a bike for my warm up, and then I'm getting my good really loose and work on a few of my joints. Get my hip movements a little bit, and just kind of stretch out a little bit. Get those areas that are tight and stretch them. Loosen up those areas. We're going to be working with the box this morning, and I'm using a medicine ball. Lots of different things you can use. Instead of a box, you can use steps. You can use a coffee table. You can use a chair. Instead of a medicine ball, you can use dumbbells. You can use kettlebells. You can even use plates. You can even use a small child. My little guy, McCoy, 3.5-year-old, he loves doing these workouts with me because I'll pick him up and I'll move him around, and he just laughs and gets a kick out of it. And then when he's done, and he walks away. And so keep that in mind as well. So there's lots of ways you can do this. You can even do these without any weights. Go through the movement. If you don't have any weights, that's fine. If you have a container of flour that's full, you can use that. Just don't open the lid and it's over your head. It could be a catastrophe. All right, so hey, let's go ahead and go over this workout. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about box steps, and I got my box right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to step up. I want my foot to step completely onto the box. I don't want to be off the box here. I want to be all the way on the box. So I'm on the box, and then I step up, and I come up here, and then I step back down. So notice that? Up, and then I bounce a little bit, back down. Up, bounce a little bit, back down. So don't just spring up, spring back down. So I'm leaving this foot on there the whole time. You can take it off and go back up if you want, but just leave the foot there and then do the other side. 20 reps on the other side where you're stepping up, boom, back down, boom, back down. All right, 20 of those. And then we're going to do shoulder press. Again, you can do shoulder press with just your hands, reaching up above, reaching up above. You can do that 16 reps, and you do that repeatedly. You will feel that because that's your body weight, okay? Or you can grab a bag of flour, 5-pound bag of flour. So I got me a 6-pound bag of flour right here, and we're pressing it up there, pressing it up. Okay, you see that? Press it up, bring it down, feet are still width apart, press it up. I'm looking up as well. I'm just coming up. If you want, and you have a medicine ball, you can toss it, catch it, toss it, catch it. Don't have to go high. Just let it leave your hands. Catch it. Okay, up and down. 16 of those. Right there, all the way back down to your chest. Back up. Okay. Then what we have, we've got the box burpee. Now, you can do box burpees a number of different ways. You can flip it up have it on the high end, and if you're a beginner at this is what I would do. I would use the high end of the box, and I have my feet here, jump back, jump in, and that's really all I would do, other than stand up, come back, come in, and that's where I would go as a beginner. Just going to go for that aspect. Now, if you want, and you're still a beginner, and you want to add, you can add a push-up into it, right there, come up, okay? That's it. Now, if you're not a beginner, I don't like doing burpees on the ground. I like doing them on a raised elevation like this, just because I don't like going to the ground. I come here, jump back, jump forward, jump up, jump down. And that's my box burpee. Hands on box, jump back, jump up, back down. So that's how I do my burpee, right there. Do 10 of those. You'll feel it. If you only get 5, fine, do 5. But if you shoot for 10, work towards that 10 mark. Take your time. If it takes you 2 minutes to do 10 of these, fine, no problem. You're moving, you're doing activity. If you can do 10 of these in 10 seconds, you're rocking it. 30 seconds, you're doing great. 1 minute, hey, that's all right. So just do your pace, okay? The idea is you're making your improvements, not somebody else's. All right, so we've got that. 10 box burpees. And then in and outs. In and outs are a lot of fun. I sit on the box and I lean back. I put my hands on the box and I go out, in, and that's 2. So you bring your knees up as far as you can, push your feet out, all the way out, keep your legs straight. So all the way out, all the way in, out, in. So you're doing 10 of those. Then you have your 5-minute cool down. So go ahead and stretch a little bit and feel that aspect and have some fun with it, okay? If you have any cardio equipment, you can use that for your warm-ups, elliptical, a treadmill, and a bike. That's all good, okay? You can jog in place. You can jump rope for your warm-up. You can jump rope for your cool down. You can also do a mock jump rope where you pretend that you have jump rope and you just jump, okay? Which is one of my favorites. So, 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute box step-ups, 16 reps of the shoulder press, and you can use dumbbells, kettlebells, medicine balls. You can use bands even for that. Pushing a band in the air, plate. You can use all that kind of stuff, and you can use a bag of flour or a container of flour to do this. You can also go with no weight at all and do it. Okay, just use body weight. Box burpee. So again, I showed you the box burpees, 10 of those, and then 10 in and outs. Feel free, if you need to take a 30-second break between starting the next circuit, go ahead and do it, okay? And you go 20 box, and you got 20 minutes. So 5 minutes here, 20 minutes here on these 4 exercises. How many circuits, how many can you complete? Keep track of it. And then 5-minute cool down. Hey, I hope you have a good workout. You've enjoyed the video. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, like, share, follow, and all that. Remember, 2 types of pain. Which pain will you choose to live with? I got it done. 20 minutes, 5-minute warm up, 20-minute workout, 5-minute cool down. I only been able to do 4. Had to pace myself. Yeah, anyway. So, here we go. You got it.